IELTS Speaking. 1. The format of the test is as follows. In the first part of the interview you will be asked questions about yourself and familiar topics. In the second part you will be given a card with a topic and some prompts. You will have 1 minute to prepare this topic and then you will talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. In the last part the examiner will develop this topic into a more abstract discussion. You will be asked for your opinions and ideas on related issues. Two, try to talk as much and as fluently as possible. In the actual test, do not let concern about accuracy obstruct fluency. Three, do not prepare specific answers, they will not be useful and they will make it more difficult for you to do a good interview. 4. Relax, be confident and enjoy using your English. Part 2. Take 1 minute to prepare a talk on the following subject. Take notes if you like and remember to include reasons and examples. You should then speak for between 1 and 2 minutes. Model answer. I think that the person who is the most successful in my family would be my father. I think also that the answer to the question, who is the most successful person in your family, basically depends on what you think success means, so, my answer is in the context of working life, rather than personal life. And that's why I've chosen my dad. He has a job that is rewarding. He feels like he's accomplishing something that is obviously personally and professionally satisfying. But he also feels like he's contributing to society in a positive way. Which is a quality that a lot of jobs these days seem to lack and is something that I gauge success on. It's a bit hard to explain exactly what he does, but basically he works for a charitable organization that runs retirement homes for old people. It's a bit hard to explain exactly what he does, but basically he works for a charitable organization that runs retirement homes for old people. Especially old people who haven't got much money. It's a management job, but working in a context which is really worthwhile. His success is due to a lot of different things basically. Finding the right job for him, one that suited him and his personality as well as his qualifications, and the goals that he wants to reach in his working life. But he's also just worked hard over a lot of years, which means that it's more likely that he'll be successful, I guess, if success comes from hard work, which it often does. I see my dad very regularly, about once a week. We often eat breakfast together before we go to our respective workplaces. So, yes, I think that I'd have to say he was the most successful because he enjoys what he does. As well as making a decent living out of it, and I admire that in him. I think that in a work context this is what success means. Some IELTS environment vocabulary. Future generations, the people who live after us. To get back to nature, to live a life that is closer to nature. Global warming, the increasing temperature of the world brought about by gases such as carbon dioxide. Heavy industry, the manufacture of heavy articles and materials in large numbers. Humanitarian aid, the act of showing support to people struggling to survive. Impact on, the effect on. Loss of habitat, the decline in areas of land where animals and plants would normally exist. Man-made disaster, widespread damage or loss of life brought about by the action of humans. Natural disaster, an event such as an earthquake, flood or hurricane which causes widespread damage or loss of life. Natural environment, the place where animals and plants would normally be found in nature. The natural world, the world of nature. Oil spill, waste usually deposited in the seas and oceans after an accident at sea. Poaching, to hunt and kill wild animals illegally. Pollution levels, the amount of toxic waste. Pressure group, a group of people who try to raise awareness of issues and try to affect the views and actions of people and organizations. Toxic waste, poisonous, unwanted rubbish often produced by industrial processes. Wildlife conservation, to protect animals and plants and their habitats.